Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, October 18th. Please note the risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type should be attempted only with capital you can afford to lose, i.e. risk capital. All right. Markets just opened, and that is a valid trade on the YM. Should be plenty of time to have gotten in it. So short on the YM. Russell making a strong up move there. Looks like that it was likely a valid and tradable trade. So targets 3 and 4 and trailing to 1788. Wow. Lots of bars quickly there. Soybeans is long on this add-on, taking heat, and now has a short stop and reverse at, and actually that should be filtered, but since we're working with an add-on, it's not. Because our trend indicator is blue, so that should be a filtered trade as in hybrid mode. And there is a new long trade, but we're still in the earlier add-on here, the darker green trade. Since the purple trade went too far before we could get in. All right, the YM going sideways in its short, and the Russell picking up another long successfully. Targets 3 and 4 again, trailing at 88.2 currently. Good morning, Miles, Pamela, Bob. Please do say hello so I know who's in the room. All right, there's target 1. This will be a one and done session for soybeans. 8 ticks to target 1, and it looks like it hit target 2 on the nose. 1387 even for another 13 ticks. And so right now our stop is going to be at 1384 even. So that's the session open, and we just actually set a new session high. All right, the Russell stopping out at 1789.2. The short is an unknown. The question is, what did it hit first, the stop or the entry? It appears it probably hit the stop first and then the entry, but you would have to break that down. But I'll count it as a loss in this case. And there is, looks like that one is likely avoidable, being that the first bar is only 1 second after the setup, and then we go for a hard reversal. And there is another stop and entry I will assume that one did not, since that would end the session if it were the third loss. We got the long now. Actually, that one's avoidable. So yeah, we'll take that one as loss number 2. All right, YM stopping and reversing out of the short for a full stop out. Minimal loss on the stop and reverse, but a full stop out on the long. And now a successful long. So stopping and reversing at 833. For a loss of 26 ticks. So down 52. So then we get a long at 833 again. It makes target 1 for 29 and stops out at 39 for 35 total, and that's POQ. So we stay out of the short here. Basically a very small win this morning. Just 3 ticks on the 2 trades. 3 trades, actually. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to account for the loss on the original short trade. That was from 28 to 33. So we lost 10 ticks there. Nope, we're down 5, so we are in the short. And we just did get target 1, so that'll put us at POQ. 19 ticks to target 1. So I know we're down 7. 19 to target 1. And stopping out at 842. Entry was at 844, so 2 ticks on the trail. 21 ticks. We were down 7, so we're up 14. Still a minimal session, but still a winning session. So, and it looks like soybeans hit target 3, and we now can follow the trailer from this later trade. So the trailer is at 85.50. That trade's still going. So we pick up 8, 13, and 18, 39 ticks on the targets. Our entry was at 83.75. We're now at 85.50. So that is another 7 ticks so far on the trailer. Looks like we're definitely going to move up to 86.50, it looks like. And there we are, 86.50. So that picks up 4 more ticks. That's 11. And definitely going to move up again to 87 even, it looks like. All right, that should be a third win on the Russell. And we're done with the YM. Soybeans stop at 1387 even. So let's take a look at crude. Entry at 84.24. 34 seconds after the hour. We have a 4-second bar and then a 23-second bar that did come back up to the entry. So I would say that we likely got into that. You'd have to be watching it or break it down. I was watching a different contract. I was watching the micro C crude in my trading, so I didn't see that one happen. But target 1 and target 2 for 44 ticks and a one and done session. If you didn't get that trade, if it was too fast and didn't come back to give you an entry, or came back too fast for you to get in, then you have the long that actually works its way up and also gets targets 2 and 3. Note target 1 was below the money management, so 15 and 21 for 36. So one and done either way on crude. Unleaded, we have a get in sync long with 12 seconds to get roughly, so it looks like probably got into that. And so then we would stop and reverse with the entry here at 62, 4-tick adjustment would take us to 58. And we get money management and target 2 for a one and done session there. 33 to target 1, 53 to target 2, depending on what you traded. And we stop out at 41.53 from the entry at 42.58. So 105 ticks on the trailer on top of whatever you got for your target. So a very nice session on unleaded this morning. All right, soybeans stopping out 1387. So as we said, we picked up 39 and 11, so 50 ticks. $4.5 points, so $225 with a single contract position at each target and the trailer. Crude down in the low to still in the mid 80s, in the $83 range, 83.50 at the moment. So let's look in on micro NQ. 4 minutes after market open. But it's just a little too far to get into that short. That was a break even. And there's another one of those entry and stop on the same bar. So that's going to be an unknown. I'll take that as a loss. Very likely to have been able to get into that long. I'll take that as loss number 2. Looks like very probably, given the timestamps, there's probably enough movement to get us into that trade. So short on the MNQ. That is most likely probably an avoidable trade on the Russell, but now Russell now short. Now 8 seconds, and we're already well past target 1, so I would say that one's too fast to trade. Still short on the MNQ. All right, we had some interesting movement this morning on the pound Aussie. We get a trade set up just a couple of minutes early, a minute and 15 seconds before our start time. I actually triggered into that trade right at our start time, but it would have been a get in sync anyway when it came back down. Avoided one stop and reverse, and then stopped and reversed anyway at 79.01. I would like to have adjusted that around the 50. That was just too big an adjustment because we already had a 3-tick adjustment for the key level on top of our two tick or 2-pip stop and reverse adjustment. MNQ stopping out for, call that loss number, we'll call that loss number 2. One of those 2 trades I would say previously would be avoidable. So a long setup now, as and I'm afraid that's going to be loss number 3 on the Russell. That will end that session, but that should be a profitable session and 3 nice winners. Anyway, so we have the trade from 78.84, stopping and reversing at 79.01. That's a 17-pip loss times 5 positions. Unfortunately, that's 85 pips that we're going to have to try to pull back. With the stop and reverse, our money management level is 79.13, 1 tick beyond target 1. Spreads were only about 3 pips at that point, so gives us a 9-pip target, which would be that one wouldn't be unreasonable to take. And MNQ triggering in long. And trying to break through the 50 EMA. This is the fourth penetration, so better likelihood right now. I just can't get away from it. In either direction, above or below. Although it's still drifting lower. Just a wait and see. Note that the volume did shift this morning to the December crude contract. So I am trading the December contract. I believe that's the Z contract for those on TradeStation. YM and NQ looking like maybe pulling back a bit at this point. YM, I believe, had gotten, yeah, YM had traded as early as just after. In fact, yeah, it set a session. Well, yeah, where did it set that session high? About 9 o'clock this morning. So all right, and micro NQ gives us a loss, and I would say that will end the session on the micro NQ with 3 losses today. So we're looking for pound Aussie, and we're waiting for the 10 a.m. crude session in about 6+ minutes. Yeah, 6:46. Yeah, 6:35. And of course, as soon as we get taken out of the session, the first trade after that is successful on the MNQ and gets a full target, gets target 2. So never know where things are going. But as long as you stick to your trade plan, you usually don't. Usually you're finishing positive, and when you don't get hurt badly. But it also could have just as easily continued that choppy back and forth action and just continued to chew you up, which is why we stop at 3 losses. That basically is what tested well with Troy on the automation. When he originally put this plan together on the 6-2 chart, this is the 12-point brick, 3-point offset, custom Renko. And the YM with a bit of a V bounce there. Testing the 50 EMA. And the pound Aussie with a fourth close above the 50 and a fifth penetration. Still doesn't look like it's really intent on breaking away from the 50. Welcome to those joining us a little late. YM was done early. Picking up POQ on 4 trades. Getting the short that meandered about, going long for a full stop. Second long gets target 1 and a small trailer, and then the short also target 1 and a small trailer to get us positive. And stopping out. Pushed through the 50, but then came back. Not enough buying commitment to push it up through the 200. Okay, so crude was done, one and done. Unleaded was one and done. Russell, micro Russell on the catapult using the 1.5 point brick, half point, 0.5 point offset. 3 solid winners and 3 losses this morning, so it should definitely be positive on that one. The MNQ was our laggard this morning with three fairly quick losses. That ended the session, and then it finally went and got a target 2 win after we closed out the session. And it is 10 a.m., so looking for our first crude trade in the 10 a.m. session. Okay, had a potential long, but that canceled. All right, long trade on crude. 82.81, push it to 82 if you aren't already in it. And no, it just entered at 81. Pushing up to test the 200. Nobody's very talkative this morning, other than me, I guess. And target one, money management and target one on crude, 10 a.m. session, 19 ticks. One and done session. Pound Aussie approaching money management. And actually, there is target. There's target one. So 79.12, 11 tick target nets you about 8 ticks or 8 pips. And crude, yeah, there just stopped out. So that ends the 10 a.m. crude session. All right. Pound Aussie stopped to 903. Going through target 2 and reaching for target 3. So let's see, we have 16, 25, and that's right. We had a 5-tick adjustment because of the stop and reverse. So we have 11, 20, and we'll have 29 if we get to target 3. And there's target 3. So 40 and 60 pips so far. Only down to, I only need another 25 to get even. And testing the 200 EMA, we need to get through that to get our target. I believe it's 79.39. Yep, 79.39 for target 4. We got as high as 36.9. So we basically need 2 more pips, essentially 2.1, to get to target 4. And our stop currently is at 904. About to move up to 909, 79.09. And there it is. Stop at 79.09. So we have 2 positions still on. That's 16 pips. Net 8 pips apiece. So just 9 more pips to get us to break even and making another run at the 200. Getting as high as 37.6, just 1.4. Given the proximity of the 200 here, if I can get back up at that level, I didn't take it, but that's close enough to warrant seriously looking at and there goes target 4. So that was 11, 20, 29, and 38. 60, 98. So we are going to be we are POQ this morning on the Pound Aussie. that one got it done, and we're still trailing at 79.09. Looks like that will move up to probably 79.14 at the close of this bar, unless this moves up. If the balance line moves up another 2 ticks, no, it's gonna it's gonna stay at 14. It's not gonna get enough. It's gonna have to get 12 ticks to move up anymore, and there's just not enough space for the bar to get it push it up that far. Yeah, lots of ups and downs this morning. That usually is good for us, so long as they're ups and downs that are extending far enough for us to get targets. Which, for the most part, other than the MNQ, we've been able to hit targets this morning. Okay, balance line got up to 18.1. It would have to go to 18.8 before we'll get to 79.17 on the pound Aussie. And I don't think we've got enough room in that bar to get there. Let's see. We've got low to high is currently 32. Speaking of, bar just closed, so yep, we're at 79.14. So that's another 13 pips. That'll be 111 on this trade. What are you trading that's been a struggle this morning, Roger? Because on my charts, everything except the MNQ is positive, is POQ this morning. We've had 2 POQ sessions on crude, 2 POQ mini sessions on crude. The Russell Catapult looked solid. Pound Aussie is going to be POQ when it's already positive. So just a matter of when this trade finishes. Soybeans was one and done. The YM took 4 trades, but it got positive. And I haven't seen too much of a struggle on much of anything. Now it's been definitely been moving around, and the MNQ has been not moving enough to make it worthwhile on this 12-point Renko bar. All right, there's a move up to 79.17 for the trailer on, and now 79.22. A 21 pip, an additional 21 pips so far on the trailer. What market are you trying to trade, Roger? Market or markets? We did have to work a little bit this morning with the YM, taking us 4 trades to get positive. Okay, yeah. What strategy we're using on the Russell? Because I on the catapult 1.5 point brick, catapult custom Renko, we get with the 1.5 point brick, half point offset. We got 3 solid. We got 3. We had 3 losses too, but we got 3 solid winners. So definitely positive on the session. But I don't know what some other things may have looked like. $79.24 for pound Aussie. But yeah, the Russell wasn't nearly as clean as some of the other charts as far as getting winners, but out of the gate we got 2 solid winners. That one, that one probably hit the stop before. That actually may. That very well may have hit the stop. That short very well may have hit the stop before it hit the entry. And if so, that was a valid trade, hitting targets 3 and 4 and getting a reasonably good trailer. So that would actually be a third win open, 3 wins in a row to open. But I think I counted that as a no trade. Actually, I may have counted that as a loss. I did. That will do it. Oh. Okay, that's catapult as well. So I don't have a spotlight or counterpunch chart up for. I do understand how the distractions go, especially trying to run the room and trade at the same time. All right, 17.29 for the pound Aussie stop, 28 pips. And if we can get a close above the balance line, looks like we'll come to 32. Crude pushing down into the $82 a barrel range, dropping below 83, down now dropping below 82.50. New session low at 82.30. Funny how that happens before elections. And they're 33. For the pound Aussie stop. That's our only chart still running. Well, that will be a POQ trade when the trailer does finally stop out. Or it is a POQ trade, so the session will be done when the trailer stops out. And that's our last active chart at the moment. Yeah, the market was really not nice and strong right at the open, moving nicely, but then it kind of wasn't sure what it was going to do for a little while. Got a little pull back into the balance line on the pound Aussie, but let's see if it testing the 200 again, bouncing off the balance line. So let's see if it continues higher. All right. And moving up another pip. 34. Yes, he's been back. He's been back from South America, and he's actually in Hungary right now. You missed. That's why I'm doing the sessions Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right now. He'll be back toward the end of the month. But he will have been gone about 2 months to Europe. I believe he's in Budapest right now. He probably speaks reasonably good Spanish anyway because of his wife. And another move up, 79.39. And we are seeing an additional move higher. And more. Keep bringing the register there. Stop up to 79.42. Either something good is happening with the British pound or something bad is happening with the Australian dollar economy. So, pretty big move in the last 30 minutes. Or at least a solid up move in the last 30 minutes on the pound Aussie. All right, folks. That being the only chart that we're watching and knowing that we're already POQ, so that will be the final trade, I'm going to call it a morning. Let everybody get on with their day. I will see a few of you in about an hour and a half in the CEO Trader Mastermind group Q&A session. Any questions or comments this morning? It's like markets are starting to move again, moving downward, which is not a great thing. I imagine I will see you in an hour and a half, Pamela. All right, folks. We will see everybody tomorrow, 9:30. Crude oil report tomorrow at 10:30. And we are, as of this morning, on the December crude contract. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one.